You go through the mill, you are milled, you go through the process, you are scrutinized until you become the refined person that you want to be. You will be amazed at the story we'll tell tonight. Welcome. I would want to say special thank you to my proud sponsors. They have done me show. They have done me well. It's thanks to them that we come on the show. And so thank you to C Wide Phones, to Ambi Executive Restaurant, to NK Splendor Beauty Salon. And I share my wig. I almost see a friend of blunt cut. And you know, almost say mendada me hokakra. Wa beshe Bone Street papa bi ehye miti so radia. Miti so nkamas. That's just by the way. God bless. Say nkamas I say kabrofo. Me brofo die would do for me future on ho be kire. Twi so sa. Me gentrene. Me gentre ha. Was that the word you said you don't hear in the world today? Me gentre ha wo brofo. Matesem. So thank you to all these proud sponsors for making us come here every Wednesday. C Wide Phones is the home of quality mobile phones. Today I met the CEO of C Wide Phones in town, Boss Clement Nyamisha Opa or Danike Musia Selewa Uchi Street. And when you walk to C Wide Phones, if you're looking to buy iPhone, Samsung, Infinix, Itel, Techno, any brand of mobile phone, you get to buy them at C Wide Phones. Listen, even before the dollar started to come down, before the city took over the dollar, C Wide Phones, their prices have always been good, always been affordable. And not just mobile phones, they sell the accessories to the phones too. So any accessory to the phone that you need, you can get it from C Wide Phones. Find C Wide Phones inside the old Akate Farms building, Idum, just beside Ijaba. And then at Sambra Hotel Junction, inside Champion Hotel building. He's close to Old Melcombe. And at Doom PZ, just by Sobolo Station, C Wide Phones is available. Finally, Kejitia, C Wide Phones. Oh, baby, MTN office now. Please call them on 0245 05 1799. C Wide Phones. Oh, Obiasi. Ambi Executive Restaurant. If you are in Kumasi and you've not yet dined at Ambi Executive Restaurant, as a Ubejai. As a trim guest and a radihami. Me they never call her. You know it's mandatory that our guests go there, so when they on the on count she's exempted. But to Kumasi na unko ambi nko didi ya as a ubejai u Kumasi ya. Oh yeah, but yeah, utumfo nananom ubehi utumfo. And I'm a catcher. Because ambi die. Oh my God. Mama share Angry Birds cartoon. There was a character in it. Character no moving from first Angry Birds 1 ni 2 ni na. Oh my God, nkwano cancer ama movie ni ende. Ambi is inside Adiemra, 500 meters away from the Grace Hill Chapel, Havila Temple. Ambi ewe fe. Nenye hone fenu nkwana ukakoshe. Their meals are delish, superb, mouth watering. Jese minkante, edia. Please come to Ambi and come and dine. You know, when you're looking to impress someone, you don't take them to, let me borrow Kumasi people, them are English. Don't take them to any by heart place, you know, where the waiters are acting as if they're doing you a favor. Charlie, me abnaki, mentre me honsa, Debbie. I'm one of the most, I mean, not to blow my own trumpet, please don't take it that way. But I'm one of the most humble people you can ever come across. And me bufu kram the bear rough. But some of them misika beto aduane na bobo misuje adie. And I mentwe ma wo. Me misika. Anya adwuma. Enti ade mi cha ne waiter say oye wadoya say na bre ho ye simu me di free am be there. The waiters are well trained. They're responsible. In fact, ukra wire bonne no say I'm sorry ma. Not to say go it's given 10 over 10 minus nothing. Per. I am a millennial. I've accepted it. I'm not a Gen Z because what is poor? Go and eat at Ambi. Poor. Take your girls, your boys to Ambi, and they'll leave you spoiled for choice. When we say Johnny, be a day. Oh, Monsieur, breakfast. You get the Ambi Royal Breakfast. Super delish. There's also lamb chops, ribeye, tomahawk, and seafoods. Sometimes you want to do breakfast the local way, and you're brofosen bebre. Ambi wachi woho, ambi anwamo woho. There's a way. There's the way I went to my anwamo kakra. God bless. Anwamo ndeye maku sabuna ki brofon countable rice. What you say? And no sa what the kobi kakra ne chiase. The anwani gum, jene, kobi kakra, beef kakra. So the yameshon. Bay leaf kakra so we are now the amonegum achi hon light one what the insu kakra bia ka ho e aminye bi ma ho pepper no me pe green bi green pepper no green I'm afraid habanero pepper no no now I'm sorry green pepper ankasa echim kakra jene bebrai inchine so ho corn beef kakra sudden kakra I'm say kasadi kasadin sudden kakra kosiano on the way we feeling sana ambi ne anwa modema o child lekewano ma pe kreguso ambi sells the best. Please go and dine. All right, call them on 0597 839363 ambi wo ademra isi asom sawa akra into free Kumasi kodi akra East Legon ambi elho el follow your baby abinyai ambi AMBE_GH tabia takum bema die apart from udin a o ma me de ma ho e bia kwame wusu kofi frimpon ya menu e was so bad to me bomb running. When you come to Ghana, there are certain schools that gives you some certain names because of your affiliation with the school. For instance, Uwari Katechi ubi Uwari Opokuwari ni bi friend ni kunu ni friend Katechi. School ni na decide ni mao. Kumasi High School for men and from Mrantie. Even Kramo Moko Kumakakwe from Ekunini. Ba ukunu wanko Opokuwari wanko Kumasi High School ono wanko Kumaka. Ni school nu kwensheda ni slogan emane how. Obo adwuma wo mpem wo tabia takuma me say friend obrempon anko oti oba friend obrempon oti ase anko kumaka ba friend kunini tu sori no pa mira ye okunini be menna ye mira oh madini na men so sira na men so form be menna otomrosie won sinsio man san wa ham na se no obo adwuma na sanko ye dia boss atapapa atapapa no kwa unse timi ya in a romantic way. God bless. You know, ATP is atapapa. So ATP is a adwuma ne koye anko ya ka say atako from papa tawia. Listen, tabia takum ma mema ne ye memesima omo ye mema mani fe. If you go to any herbal shop, pharmacy across the country, you get tabia takum. We are bema now the 18 years. I'm so copy Bible kind. na fa used to say okra no waje nkwa me kamfo na mawo na sa obru 18 years dia waje nkwa deda de tabiata akum na nye nkwa ompasa asemnesi. SoccerBet is offering you great opportunity to win even when you're losing. Utimi bet 10 plus matches. Now one game be pass say what you say. I say be bia planning in a basa. But you see with SoccerBet, no matter what your losses are, we are still rewarding you 3 times your stake in it. Obi say oyi SoccerBet no to me a sanity. So please bet with SoccerBet today. Remember the terms and conditions apply. After this breather, my guest and I will be talking.
Yom Herbal Lotion for body and joint.
Them try sabotage. I know be your puppy, don't give me God. Agenda, everyday agenda.
Alright, so tonight I am speaking to by far the first midwife in Ghana to be called to the bar. So take that sometimes they feel that they are their wits' end. That's the end of the road for them. But she has decided not to just be a voice that shouts push in the labor room to bring forth life, but rather she is going to shout push in the courtroom to bring justice to everyone who needs it. Adelheid. Is it yes, your microphone, not your microphone. Adele.
Hello.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Akwaba pa.
Yeah.
I don't think your pictures do that justice to your looks. Thank you. I say Nana Mac Brown crack. Unkanche Nana Mase will look alike for her. Adele, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Firstly, let me ask you this. What was your dream when you were growing up?
Okay. So being a lawyer has been my childhood dream. It's been something that I've always wanted to be when I was a child.
Be good. Yes, so you're back. You were saying that being a lawyer was
A childhood dream.
Oh.
Yes.
So when did midwifery come in?
Okay, midwifery came into the picture right after SHS. That was when my dad decided I should do midwifery.
Your dad decided?
Yes.
Why? Why did he want you to be a midwife?
So when I was at SHS, the dream was to go to law school and then become a lawyer. Right after school, something unfortunate happened where my dad lost most of his money. So we decided to go to a training college because they give allowances. So he said midwifery or no school. So I had to go to midwifery.
All right. Now let's come back. Who is Adele? What kind of family do you come from? How was your childhood like? You know, what kind of parents did you have? The strict ones, the easygoing ones, the book long ones. You know, take us through your childhood a bit.
Okay, so my full name is Adelheid Babats Nana Amanya Kolande.
Ade.
Yes.
Mufrihe.
Kumewu. I'm from Kumewu.
Unya Fantini?
No, I'm an Ashanti.
No trace to Fanti?
No. We have a Scottish bloodline.
Okay.
Okay. So the Adelheid Babats is a Dutch name.
Okay.
That I inherited from my stepmother. My dad named me after his first wife, who was not able to have a child.
Okay. So your dad was once married
before he met my mom.
But where was the first wife?
She was from Germany.
Like, was she alive or?
Now she's dead.
But around the time he met your mom,
yeah, she
was alive.
Yes.
But they had divorced.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
so to honor her,
yeah,
he decided to name you after his first wife.
Yes.
What did your mother say?
She was okay because she was also a good woman.
Beautiful. I see. So you inherited that name in honor of your stepmom. Did you ever get to meet her?
They were sending my pictures to her every birthday that I had.
But you never got to meet her?
No, in person.
But did you ever speak to her?
Yes.
On phone?
Yes.
Wow. I wish you had met her. Anyway, let's continue our story.
YFM.
So, and then what's the other names?
So the London is my surname. It's my dad's name. So all my siblings
are called London.
London.
Mako London daddy.
Some of my siblings
have. That's just by the way. Interesting.
And then the Nyarko is my maiden name.
Right.
Which I got from my great-great-grandmother from Kumewu Ankasi.
Okay.
She was a royal.
Right. Amongst your siblings, what's your number?
From my mom's side, I'm the PCA, the firstborn.
So now your daddy has other kids?
Yes.
After you or before you?
One before me and then 3
after you.
No, later. With another
woman. Yeah. But then both parents is just you?
No, we are 3.
I'm confused.
2 girls and a boy.
From your mom?
Yes.
Okay, and then your dad has
other kids.
That's fine. But amongst all of them, you come in Aboma. What also saying?
2.
Yeah. And you are the only girl. No, sorry. How many girls?
We are 3 girls.
3 girls, and how many boys?
4.
4. Nice one. So you are the second, technically.
Yes.
And what was the relationship like as the first daughter in the family?
Okay, growing up, my dad was a strict dad. That he wants you to do everything to perfection. He doesn't take excuses for anything. We were trained to do both male and female chores.
Right.
He was very strict, and in a book long, he had his PhD, so he always wanted us to learn. It's either you are learning or you are active with your hobbies.
But what neighborhood did you grow up at? What schools did you attend? Take us through that too.
Okay, so I was born in Kumewu. Started my primary school at Bodomasi Methodist.
Ajusu Kumewu asem now.
Yes, Secretary Kumewu.
Okay.
Bodomasi Methodist, and then I think from class 2, I came to Mofretro Preparatory School. Tafo.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I came there, and then I did my GHS at Otue Champo International School in Kumewu. Then with my SS, that time it was SS, I went to Chenebo Akodia Secondary School, also at Kumewu.
Kumewu Hona,
yes.
TK?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And what did you study in secondary
General Arts.
Okay. So what were your electives?
Government, economics, CRS, and then geography.
Nice one. The day you were entering secondary school, what was the dream like? Now, Obiedi Kanko secondary school will feed Dana.
Yes, my cousin Boki Didi. We call her Oba Penny.
Okay.
She was the first to attend SHS at I think Jabin. So she was giving us all the SHS vibes and the fillers.
So you anticipating her?
Yes, we were ready to go.
You couldn't wait.
Yes.
Interesting. And you still had that dream of being a lawyer around that time?
Yes.
Had you discussed with your dad?
Yes.
What did he say?
He agreed to that. We were ready and preparing towards it. Even right after SHS, he had a friend at KNUST Law Faculty. So informally, he brought me to meet him. And then he did an informal orientation about the courses, the time.
Even before you went to secondary school?
Right after secondary school, after SHS. At time, you have to wait for a year.
Yes.
So within that period, I was just home.
Okay.
Being my dad's secretary. So
What was your dad's job?
He was a Greek economist.
Okay.
He was once Cocoa Board chairman of Ghana.
Right. So now you were being pre-informed about the course that you had interest in. And did anything about the conversation scare you from the job?
No. I was ready. Something that I love. I wanted to be so.
Exactly why did you want to be a lawyer? To wear the robe? To wear the bib? The collarette?
It's not about the robe. Aside the prestige, I am somehow a talkative, a good communicator. I think when I speak, people do listen. So I saw myself being a good lawyer.
But was there anything that had legally drawn you, like maybe a personal experience in somebody's situation, of injustice that made you want to be in that industry?
Growing up, we used to listen to radio stations, and then you hear from the news that there has been this, that, unfairness, injustice somewhere. That was something I heard, but it was also part of my reason.
Now, after secondary school, what happened?
So about a month when we were supposed to buy the forms.
Your grades were good?
Yes.
To carry you to the law school? I mean, the law faculty?
Yes. You dare not pass the exam.
In your father's house?
Oh, not my father's house.
Mr. London, are you cool?
Dr. London. May he rest well in peace.
Amen.
He's no more. So, a month to the time, somebody stole my dad's money, bulk sum of money. And then because of monetary issue, he discussed with, I'm a Catholic, with the Roman father in Kumewood then. And then they both agreed, why not go to a training college where I'll be given allowances to support myself.
So would you say there was no desire, no love for the profession at all?
No, from the beginning there was no desire, no passion. But after going till now,
the day they broke the news to you that, sister, where your uncle Kwame take but Mpasetia nursing school? Please, I'm just making things up. She will tell us the school she went. Mpasetia's nursing training college. How did you feel? What was going through your mind?
I just started crying.
How old were you by then?
I was almost 18, 17, but some months to 18. I just stopped eating. I just started fasting and then crying, hoping my dad will listen.
No, to me, all the pa.
You see, my dad is one person that when he makes up his mind,
it can be changed.
He thinks it's good. It's difficult to change his
stance.
Yes. Yes.
So at all costs, you were going to end up in the nursing school.
I knew.
On the day that you got to the nursing school, what happened?
So let me tell you the story. With nursing, we normally go for interviews.
Oh, sir.
Before you are picked. So
even till now?
Yes.
I'm hearing this for the very first time.
You buy the forms. Some number of people are selected. You go for interviews to prove why they should pick you.
To justify your inclusion.
Yes.
Maintain that.
And then when you are picked, that is when they give you the prospectus.
Across the country?
Everywhere. That is what they normally do.
Okay.
So on the day of my interview, I remember it was 26th, is it July? I went to St. Patrick's Midwife.
Offenso.
Oh,
okay.
Offenso, we were the second batch, DM2. So that day, we were...
DM, what does it stand for?
Diploma in Midwifery 2.
Ah, okay.
We were 23 people that day. And we were all talking, making noise. And then everybody was happy to meet me because whatever I was saying was funny. I was a bit jovial.
You were the
and then I was the smallest too.
So, comedian you were the OB and Ponsa of the group.
You see, they will see me and then they think I can't speak Tree.
Because of a color?
My color and then my natural hair. I was using my natural hair.
I would think you say Bruni Kakra.
Yes.
Okay.
It's curly. So I will start speaking the Tree and then they'll be like, oh, Bruni, what's a Tree?
Bruni Kanenso. I see.
So we I think we socialized and then got to know each other. And fortunately for us, 23 people, 18 were picked. So they were waiting for me. I think they went to the school and then I joined them after 2 weeks. I was late. Then I remember when I got to the entrance, Felicia shouted, London was coming.
And they were all happy to see you.
Everybody was just saying, where is she? Because they've heard a lot about London. The things I said during the interview, they've been talking about it, and they were waiting to see me.
Are you kidding me?
Everybody was coming, and they came to pick my bag. So that first day, I was a bit happy, but it wasn't what I wanted. So
you needed to adjust.
Yes.
But subsequently, how was school life for you in nursing training?
So after the first semester, I remember we went for clinicals. And then the ward that I went, it was children's ward. And I saw that my presence was calming the children. They would just look at me and say, Madam Bruni, wona be me panye. They would just come, I'll pick them, and they are calm. So I realized even my presence is making people calm, making people happy. Why not be full in this profession, do it well, and then achieve something out of it till I become whatever I wanted to be.
Interesting. But the story was that you're going to earn at least some allowances. Were that also, those expectations met?
Yes.
Okay.
It was. At time we were given allowances. We were even given sugar bread.
And a mobile chile.
Milo. Yeah.
Sir.
Oh, it was.
God bless. Me midwife. Why?
Yes,
Why?
And then yellow corn in me.
No, it was. We are given freshly baked bread.
Nice one.
Twice a week. Milo.
Masa,
sugar.
Midwifery all are so very
and then allowances too.
Interesting. But apart from that children's ward experience, what other thing gave you the wake up call that listen, we are doing this at all costs, we are doing it, we are making it?
I remember we went to do psychiatry in Pantine Hospital.
So now when you're in the midwifery, you're not only limited to you do how should I put this, general care, right, for kids, for people with mental like you go across.
So with midwifery, your first 1.5 year you do general nursing.
Okay.
Then your next 1.5
is to specialize in
midwifery.
In the midwifery. So you went to Pantine.
Yes.
Had you been there before?
No, that was my first time.
But you had heard about Pantine.
Yes.
Paint a picture for us.
So Pantine is a psychiatry hospital where mostly they admit people with chronic conditions. So we go there and then we do the tutorials, the classroom, the theory, and then we do the practicals as well there. We spent like almost 2 months
in Pantine.
Yes.
Is everybody there, quote unquote, mad?
Not really. Some people are on therapy. Some are trying to withdraw from addiction, and others. So there's not everybody that is mad as we see.
Yeah, quote unquote.
Yes.
And that made you feel you need to stay up.
That place too. I had a story. There was this giant guy, very tall, dark, and then masculine. He was so strong that he could jump the walls and then the gates.
But what Yarifo? Sebi, okay.
And then he saw me one day. I was supposed to be at the ward for clinicals, and then he was happy to see me. He started calling me Nedu Mills. That's because of Atamil's wife.
Yeah.
And he will not allow anybody to give him his injections that will sedate him unless I'm either standing there or I'm the one giving him the injection. So I realized, hey, Nyarko, my presence is making a lot of
impact.
Let me invest in this midwifery.
And how did that go? Did he get better whilst you were there?
His work was on and off. He was okay when I was there.
So now fast forward, nursing, midwifery. After the general nursing, now to midwifery.
Yes.
That's also a different branch of, let me say, nursing specialty. How was that also for you? This time, not kids, not people with mental problem. You're seeing a woman in labor. And let me ask you this very sensitive question. We lose people day in and day out through childbirth.
Yeah.
And some are the negligence, quote unquote, of some of these health workers. Others are maybe the negligence of the parent or the mother carrying the baby one taking you might be serious. It could be anything. Some too are and you won't me prevent it. Maybe an Siana Babisi. Now unsure say these things could entangle you in a way. You could be a reason, you could be a contributing factor. You were not even scared at all that you're going to help bring a baby, a whole baby out of the womb.
With nursing and midwifery, I think they've not been out there talking much about us.
Okay.
They take us gradually. They don't just put you in front of a pregnant woman.
Okay.
You do anatomy and physiology. Then you do pharmacology. You do pregnancy, labor, period, family planning, and then even preconceptional care.
Okay.
So it's a
all in the 3 years.
Yes, a day at a time. There are courses that you do, and then psychologically they train us to be ready for it.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And how was your father monitoring this progress?
Okay. He will come to the school unannounced. And then by the time you realize the sky is packed, Obronia Beach now then say land and no papa.
Oh, he was also fair colored too.
Yeah, we half caste.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you said you had a Scottish lineage.
Yeah.
Interesting. Fast forward to graduation after midwifery. Now you hold a diploma in nursing and midwifery. Mupie basana your mamoye clinicals, right? I'm gonna say.
Okay, so every
the national
semester
service thing.
you go for clinicals, but after school you do. Our time it wasn't national service; it was rotation.
Rotation. I think it's still called that way.
They still call it because the old people are there. We are calling, but now it's national
service. Where were you posted to?
So when I was in my final year, I was sponsored by St. Michael's Hospital, and during our time there were few midwives in the system. So hospitals will come to the schools, pay fees of midwives, student midwives, so that right after school
you become theirs.
Yes, you come to work for them. So my final year, St. Michael's Catholic Hospital sponsored me for a year.
Where are they?
Pramso.
Jache Pramso.
Yes.
Okay.
They sponsored me. So right after school, I had just a week to pack my things
and move to Jache Pramso. Yes. On the first day, you know what's Nahoda?
No.
No acquire clinicals before. Had you visited them before? So,
but fortunately for me, the medical superintendent, who is very master I was related to him.
Okay.
So I had a family there.
Okay. But now fasa kwine soda.
No.
That
time it was okay.
It wasn't that bad.
No.
Okay. On your way, what was going through your mind? The whole life was ahead of you. How old were you around this time?
So
22, 23?
I was almost 21.
21. What was going through your mind as you journeyed, and how did you envision life in Pramso to be?
Well, I didn't know anything. I was just, I don't know what to say, but and I had family there. And I knew they were going to support me, but it was something new.
Absolutely new.
Yes, new, because I was going to be by myself with no parents.
Yeah,
siblings.
This was going to be the first time you were living alone.
Yes.
Okay. Afewaba, yeah, Kromano normal life to say. Was it a small community?
It's still a small community.
It is a small community.
But they have a bigger hospital and then a nursing midwifery, SHS, and I think a vocational school.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
So they train people there now.
Yes.
How did they receive you?
So because of my color, my hair.
This your color. We all need a color.
And then how skinny that time I was with my small waist. Everybody liked me, and then I was nice to everybody, so I got popular.
I got popular. So I don't know so you're assembly woman and I said.
Oh no, like everybody liked me.
Right.
Wanted to be around, like be my friend.
What was your first case?
At Pramso. My first case, I was at the maternity ward, and once you go there, they orient you and then you start working.
So what was the first delivery you had?
I don't remember the woman's name, but I think I was with my in charge, Ma Georgina Antero.
And she came to deliver.
Yeah, and they came to. So you will not do it alone.
Right.
On your rotation, you always work under the supervision of your in-charges.
Yeah.
So they will be by you whilst you do it. But luckily for me, they were old women, and I was young. So they will give you chances to do things whilst they are by you, watching you.
We'll be back.
Is YFM.
Oh, and yes, so Yom Herbal Lotion, Deals Generations Enterprise, and Ediaba. And then the woman, I'm on the porch, mapa. What you have by one with Indra, El Kunipedium, yaw, crack, I ye dream, say, and two, I'm yaw, and what possible Yari Biase. What the answer will be shake a crego with them. Now, we get to Hunamini, and what possible baby, a yawaya. Now, Monomoa, Umba Joe, I'm all young Nako. Now, what you say from? Did I, they want to want some cry? Wow, we just send it some. And you just have Keko. As a Sabrabon Suma was sitting on Koyi, a brow bone with the Axa for floor. Namanya Biato, so open do it too. And now open so to be tongue. And now open contract sale dear and your friend 024-473-0295 and 030-295-4146. After will be Biato and pharmacies near herbal shops. Yom Herbal Lotion. Life is possible. Edrin Yam Info. FD Adjegadi Gratui Atu.
Afternoon.
Oh, afternoon.
Please, Momo.
Deposit or withdrawal?
Withdrawal.
Ah, I like how you say withdrawal. How much?
500 Ghana.
Wow, I'll cash out.
Yes.
I feel ball number no mommy why.
0241 789.
Ah, nice one. Approve.
Please, the agent's name is it Mipiska Bebre to Coin Ventures?
Hey, into what body you now?
She. My let's see. I have to verify.
Always confirm the name of the person you are receiving money from before accepting a request. If you receive a request from a friend to send money to an unfamiliar number, call to confirm before taking action. Do not share your number with strangers for the purpose of receiving e-cash in exchange for physical cash, because the source could be criminal and result in legal actions against you.
MTN. Happy International Mother's Month. We bring you greetings from E Productions. This May, we are offering a whopping discount for production services of all magnitude, be it personal, social, or corporate, to celebrate mothers. For other events happening after May, worry not. You can still enjoy same Mother's Month discount once you place your order in the month of May. At E Productions, we are happy to assist you in capturing special moments within a friendly budget. Call 024-2755-323 or reach us via socials at E Productions. E Productions, capture the moment.
When the food is rich and tasty, Jedinina Adam's Kitchen. Ain't you beer to me, Toby? A Ghanaian Mickey, Zeda, see packaging. Adam's Kitchen. Jollof and fried rice with assorted options. I want to do pizza, special noodles, Bunkune tilapia. Adam's Kitchen. Aroma no Kumasi, your main restaurants, El Panoso, Tafo, KNUSC, and Amstead. More flavor. Namwa Bokwani Atasmanso, Yamamu mini restaurants. Adam's Kitchen joints, you know, Ubeyebi Wapachapa, Boko Chrome, and in Nigeria. You will order says here, not to a 053-7277-856, and answer 020-320-4416. Adam's Kitchen.
Charlie, I stress. Oh, senior, what be the issue? Bro, another one caught up in again. I nearly get them this time. Charlie, the over 1.5 messed me up. Oh, Charlie, sorry, but wait, you don't get refund for your loss? Nah, bro, that thing's have the. You hear so before? Yeah, soccer beds they do. Them they call them soccer chance. Ah, Charlie, you sure? Oh, but why I for lie you? Just make your stake on 10 plus games with odds of 1.30 or more. And when it's full, you will get your stake back times 3. Come see my bets. Hey, Charlie, this be interesting, oh. I know, right?
Soccer Chance rules are simple. Bet on any of your favorite soccer league games with odds of 1.30 and more. The total number of games should be 10 or more. Now here's the catch. Lose just one out of the many and you'll be rewarded 3 times your stake. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below the age of 18. Gaming can be addictive.
Malaria fever, don't have a mister.
So I'm still here with Adele, the first midwife lawyer in Ghana. Adele, now, what started practicing midwifery? So you had satisfied your dad's dream. At what point did you decide you need to focus on your own dream?
So after working for 3 years as a midwife, I went for promotion. So from staff midwife to senior staff midwife. And at that point, I qualified for study leave.
Okay.
So I had to come to KNUST to do my BSc in midwifery.
Okay.
So I started in 2015 and then completed in 2018.
All right. So now, when you started working, you were only a diploma midwife.
Yes.
And you served for
3 years.
3 years. Right. So after 3 years, now you wanted to elevate your career. And you came back to KNUST to do a degree in nursing.
Midwifery.
In midwifery. What was the reason why you went? I mean, obia elevation. But what was that one reason why you wanted to move up?
Okay, so I was researching still on the law aspect. If there is a shortcut or a way I can still pursue. And then I got to know that if you have a degree, you can do a postgraduate course for LLB.
3 years, right?
Yes.
Okay. So then you decided you are going back to school again. But why didn't you just apply to the law faculty straight with your diploma?
I don't think it came to mind.
Was it eligible at all?
My results was good, so I could have.
Okay.
But it was a regular course that I'll be doing, and
that will
I
conflict with
with my work. I can't afford that.
So you had to choose to go back to school to do midwifery again.
Yes.
But how was that going to merge with your work? The midwifery, were you going to study for that on weekends? Or you
I was given a study leave.
Okay. For the 3 years.
After 3 years, you are qualified to take a study leave.
And what's the duration? For the entire school period?
For the period.
The entire course period?
Then you are bonded.
Oh. So you did the degree and then you came back to work again?
Yes.
And I feel it was a law, no?
So after graduating in 2018, I was waiting for forms to come out.
Okay.
Then I got to know that KNUST was doing the LLB for 4 years. And then Central was doing it for 3 years. So I went to Central to buy the forms.
Where was your dad around this time?
He was there. I remember when I got admission, Abrefi was the only person that knew I was going to buy the forms because she was already doing her LLB.
Abrefi,
Central.
This is a call that go back. We are telling you to go back.
She will.
Our sweet Abrefi, don't leave the law hanging. Go and finish it so that we can do choboy in town and you defend us.
Yes.
But anyway, so she knew about your
she knew.
intent.
She's my granddaughter anyway.
Brianna.
So she was searching, and then she told me Kumasi campus has started doing the LLB here, so it will be easier for me because they are doing it during weekends, so I can go to my hospital from Monday to Friday, then do the LLB during the weekend.
Why? On weekends, women don't come to give birth?
Okay, so at the position that I was an in charge, so I had my offs during weekends.
Right. Of course,
it was
don't mind
me.
But it makes sense. I mean, penny to penny. So now you started officially in which year?
2019.
Okay.
February. So the LLB was I made it like a gift to myself on my birthday.
I see.
So I announced my admission on my 30th birthday party.
Interest. That's what you told everybody.
Everybody that the childhood dream, I'm embarking on that childhood dream.
How did they feel?
Okay, so my siblings, especially my sister Ohima and then my brother London DJ, they were happy because they knew I've always wanted to be a lawyer. Hey, Ama, what law no? And then those people that were not that close were like, our nurses are traveling. Why are you not traveling? And you want to pursue law. And then people were like, you are 30. I don't know, don't worry. And they are saying you are going to school.
They actually told you that?
Yeah.
To your face.
This is YFM.
They said that.
I don't even know what to say. People can be very disastrous. Me nya party in France bedidi. Na men kan cho se me pese me come ni mu abraboma. Ma worry any here. Of what business was it to them? What? Please don't get emotional. They felt you were unachieved at 30.
They think
because
I'm
you
an
were not
overachiever. I'm doing okay with the midwifery. So why am I pursuing another profession?
Your dad, how did he take it?
And so right after the party, I called him.
Oh, he wasn't at the party?
No.
Why? You didn't invite your dad?
We had a party in Kumasi.
Okay.
And then my dad was in Kumewu.
You should have brought him.
He wasn't that well at
okay,
that time.
That's fine.
So we called him, and then I told him, Kwame, you see, I'm my dad's grandmother.
Right.
So I can call him
by his name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whenever I have something serious to discuss with him. So I said, Kwame, Oba Nyarko, me be a lawyer, no. And I'll say, sir.
This one is.
And I'm saying, I may admission. No, so why are the PC? Meaning, say, Obi to me.
Right. Now, being a midwife is a Herculean task. A very difficult one. Lives depend on you. I mean, pre-pregnancy, post-pregnancy, and even nurturing the child a bit. Say about kakra. And now, law itself. Okay, so how were you planning on combining law faculty or law studies and midwifery? Aside the fact that you go to school from Monday to go to work from Monday to Thursday, Friday, and go to school from Friday to Sunday. How are you planning to combine, things, your personal life, your social life, your career, and now your newly found hobby, your school?
So before law school, I remember I'm a movie lover. I deleted all the movies on my laptop.
Okay.
And I decided not to watch TV for the 6-year period that I would be in law school. And then the people that were close to me, I informed them that in situations where I can't come for their social programs like funeral, weddings,
they should be able to understand.
Because I have something that I'm working on and it's time consuming. So if they don't see me, my money will come.
On the first lecture, how was it for you?
The first day, I think it was Justice Aubry who was teaching us. And he is a fine lecturer. He takes his time taking us through. So I think it was okay for me. And because I did general acts, some of the things that he started was okay, especially with constitutional.
Okay. Subsequently, how was the studies after semester 1, semester 2? Now I'm doing SSN. Were you certain this is where you want to be? Take us through that.
Okay. Mabemum Buddha, because that is what I knew I wanted. But I had a recorder.
Okay.
I had a family member who bought a recorder from the States for me. It was very small but very powerful. It can pick every sound.
Okay.
So I was always recording my lectures. And then I joined study groups where we discussed.
I hear is very, very, very important.
Yes.
And very helpful.
So that one I was also recording. And then we had to pay private people to also help us
tutor you
with
courses that were difficult.
Yes, and I was recording all of them, and then I'll be playing it in my car wherever I am or at home. When I'm lying down, I'll be playing the recording. When I'm tired and I come to read. So it was helping.
Okay. Now after 3 years,
this is YFM.
Law faculty was done. The rest of the studies lied ahead.
Yes.
How was it again for you? Were you ready for that world?
So I remember telling my friends at that time, the two brides, I call them my brothers. I was telling them that as for me, I'm going to write the entrance exams once and then pass. If even they are picking one person, it will be me. So I was so serious about my studies. We wrote the exams, we passed, but we were not given the admission.
Why?
Because there were this popular 499 that the law school decided not to pick us. Yes.
For no particular reason?
They had their reasons. So we petitioned and they listened, and later they picked us. They admitted us.
They had already admitted some people?
Yes.
And then there was 499 more?
Yes, 499.
And they said they won't pick you guys?
Yes.
All the 499?
Yes.
So many. So you guys had to petition?
Yes.
So you took your matter to court?
Almost.
Lawyers, you must start the assembly court.
Almost, but
interesting. Andrew.
Yes.
Right. And then they reconsidered their decision and called you guys back.
Yes.
Right. So now, where were you going to? I know they have the Kumasi School of Law
and
the Makola. So because you were in Kumasi, were you going to attend Kumasi?
That was the plan. But because our mates had started learning for about some months, they had to group us under one roof so that we can
catch up with
them. So we were all sent to Accra. We created a campus at Legon for the 499s where we were attending classes still.
All the 499s?
Yes.
In one room?
Auditorium at the business school.
That's what I want you. Neo Chantro. I see. But now the reality is that you are working and schooling. So how were you going to balance that with your trips to Accra too?
So I took leave to start the whole course.
Okay. Fast forward. At what time did they return you guys back to Kumasi? Or you stayed to complete?
After the first year, which is the part 1, part 2, you are able to change your campus.
So you did the entire part 1 in Accra?
Yes.
Ooh. Okay.
So we changed campuses.
And then you came back to Kumasi.
To my
Fufu Kakra, this year Kakra. And then you came. I know that the part 1, you write an exam to get to the part 2, right?
Yes. After end of part 1.
How did that go?
Okay, so because of the up and downs and the stress, I had issues with my health. So I couldn't pass the part 1. I had to repeat.
Okay.
Again, but with the repetition, I had the option to choose the campus that I want. So I chose Kumasi and then came back to my family where I'll get support.
Were you sad?
So I was very sad when the results came because I thought I gave my best through my sickness and everything, but it didn't go as planned. And I remember when the results came, my sister, Rahima Menzel, I was at her house and then the results came, and I remember we cried for a week.
Momo results this offer Panadol day. Tylenol and said what may be.
That I wasn't well, so I wasn't the one that watched my result. It was my friend. And then she called my sister and said, "Oh, Nyarko went to me. She had 3, and then she couldn't make 3. And then in law school, we do 6 courses. in part 1. And if you are not able to get more than 4 and then above, you are repeated.
To rewrite all the 6
so you
again.
write the 6 again.
Charlie. Ekra will come. you will scare us, will come. But if you get 4, is the option to write the 2?
Yeah, you are allowed to write the 2 again.
So you make it to the part 2, and then you write the 2 as supplementary.
Yes.
Okay, but if you don't make it up to 4, you have to repeat the whole year.
The whole 6. The whole.
But is it the same thing they will be teaching?
The same thing
that they will be teaching.
Yes.
Then it shouldn't be difficult for you to pass again the second time. Or people still have issues the second, the third.
Yes. People spend more than 3-4 years.
In part 1. Into law school 6 years, some on 9 years.
It happens.
It is well. Now, what gave you the courage to go back and do the whole year again? Because this was going to be
2 years.
Yes.
It wasn't even 2 years.
And the same thing that the reason why I asked you if it's the same thing that you thought is, was it going to get boring? I didn't answer Matilda.
So this is what happened. I remember my first day in class. My friends, Lady Dinah, I call her Lady because she's a lady, Lady D, and then Shalina. The part 2s are upstairs, and then part 1s are below.
In the same building?
The same building. So I remember
how
we were
traumatizing.
Outside talking, and then it was time to go for lectures. And then when they were climbing, and I wasn't part of them, I broke down and started crying.
I can imagine. But why do they do that? That's very traumatizing.
That is the system. So I just broke down and started crying. But after crying for that day, I also realized that I had mates who were 499 that died that year. And I got sick. I'm alive. I only have other chances. So why don't I start all over and then give my all? So
I have goosebumps. I see. In the same building.
The same building.
The battle is a lot. But what other thing was it gingered you, like encouraged you? What were some of the positive moments in school, in law school?
Okay, so I'm a social person. I remember attending all school programs, including entertainment, sports, church service, everything. I was punctual.
Why?
I didn't want to miss anything. It was my way of connecting with everybody.
Yeah. But did you do that when you were in a midwifery?
Yes.
Okay. So that's who you are.
Yes.
Because in every way possible, you connect with everything regarding the law.
Having connections helps you in a whole lot of ways.
Tell us about it.
It's easy to get things done. You just have to make calls, and then people are there.
People pull the strings for you.
Yes.
Girl.
It's Adele.
Interesting. So now you're done with part 1.
Yes.
Did you check your results this time yourself?
Being in law school for the past 6 years, I never checked my results. It was always my friends. I'll just give them my index number. And you see, my index number was so beautiful and simple.
Amazing.
1111. 111.
Okay. So you told them to go and check it for you.
And they will check. And they will call, "Oh, Adele, you had this." So the second time, I made it to part 2.
Congratulations. How did I feel for you?
I was happy. I was happy. Very happy. Especially my sister. She was happy for
part 2, here we come.
Yes.
You showed up.
I'm here, I
have arrived. You showed up.
I remember buying new sets of clothes.
Hey! Tell us about it. You were almost going to leave that part of the story out. Why? You didn't think you should repeat clothes in part 2?
It's another level. So I was upgrading my clothes.
I didn't knew. Now I knew.
It was a way to, I think, appreciate myself.
Yeah, for how far you have come.
Yes.
Okay. I am still speaking to Adele. He's a midwife
YFM.
and a lawyer, combining two difficult
This is YFM.
tasks. and easy. And the story is beautiful to hear. I still have some few thank yous to do. And so let me say thank you to Golden Eagle Cinemas for sponsoring us. This time they're telling us that there's going to be a night of non-stop fun and movie magic, all right? And so join us at the Golden Eagle Cinemas for the Insomnia Night on Friday, 6 June. It's going to be back-to-back movies, side activities, and then endless entertainment. Here's what you're going to expect. Now at 8 p.m. the doors will be opened. And so we'll kick off the night with fun games, yes, and sing-alongs, and then meet and greets, all right? And then from 11 p.m., the movie marathon starts. So you get ready to be captivated by 3 out of 4 awesome movies. And then there will be chilled drinks and crunchy popcorn to fuel your night, to make you enjoy the reason why you signed up for us. Amazing prizes to be won. So win cool prizes, for participating in all various activities. And then the fun continues until dawn. Yenjai, yetiamusa, me kwa so me share me pajamas, my share me shirt, my share me chene me socks. Na me cry me cardigan, so in case I 1 year 2 a year. No, we be say me cry me standing cap. Aha. We grab a standing cap next my bar round. So the night is still young. This Friday, come through. Actually, next week Friday, Friday 6 June, come through for a night of movie marathon. It's just 120 Ghana cedis per head. Please call 0256 789 919 to reserve your tickets, to buy your ticket, or to make all inquiries. If you are like me, I would want to know the movies that will be screening. You can call and then find out. Please make this night unforgettable for yourself.
This is YFM.
Condos, everybody's home. Our dear marketing manager who has left the company for 40 years. Do you know that we are alive? And that what? I don't know my Mommy, leave me home. You have decided to harass me on my show. But why are you whispering? You're right. Yeah, blow. Love Condos inside Aduato Adumenu is the place for you to go. Royal room service, free Wi-Fi, DSTV, pool and bar, full AC, full nyanya, soundproof rooms. I don't know what you're doing with that part of this advert, but in case you want to record a song of ooh and ah, and you don't say ooh ni ah so what I say. To me, middle belt to her. It to be so your hook no. The ooh ah lumba nyum ni beat me yes ah. To hear soundproof room now they are recording. Love Condos. 24/7 security, suite and kitchen for all flats. Love Condos as standard rooms, superior rooms, deluxe rooms, executive rooms, presidential suites too. And for the honeymooners, this is the place to come and unwind. Come around, come and chill. Call us on 0501 689 624 and book your rooms. NK Splendor Beauty Salon. Adele, I want to tell you specially about NK Beauty Salon. I'm gonna say hey, and you see how beautiful you are. They'll top up. They'll top up your beauty. So sometimes when you're going to court, some of the courts, you need to show up and show off.
Yes.
The way you show up in court even gives your client vim. The lawyer you fake. When him dressing, the case in where Davy. And so then the maker say now brief is no briefing. But Charlie, vim day. Enike Splendor Beauty Salon would enhance your beauty from wig making to hair styling, bridal hair styling. Hair, they'll retouch your hair, they'll wash your hair, they'll braid your hair, they'll make you up, makeup nini na ombe nini na kama dear mount, manicure, pedicure, spa. Oh la la. Find Enike Splendor Beauty Salon just opposite the golf park. I wouldn't share so golf park hona. With the Obama Diana call so we Nana Safo. Ana Enike Nankasa. Tell him say Abna Kesebra no maunye a friend say Abudiaba. So you can sometimes you want to see the works of these people, like you want to see how the previous works look. You can find and follow Enike on all social media platforms. Adele, we are back.
Okay.
Now, part I got tired mono. Ja. Is a part 2 did no mini ankasa. On the first lecture, how did you feel? Around this time, your mates were now being called to the bar.
Yes. That day too, I cried, but I celebrated them. I posted everybody, and I think I posted them for a month.
You were happy for them?
Yes.
Because you understand the journey?
Yes.
Yes, law school easy cry. I didn't know Mokasa.
Aside the course, there are certain things with the school that you are not supposed to do. You see, they are trying to guide us to have good moral character. So if you are not that disciplined, it will be difficult for you to be there. You'll
be able to stay.
Yes.
But was that difficult for you? I mean, your career
I have
already
a strict dad, and then midwifery too
guided you,
molded me already.
Finally, you are in part 2. On the first lecture, did you even pay attention to the first lecture?
So before I even came for the first lecture, I remember I went for a weekend trip just to celebrate. So,
but these were new mates, right?
So those that I was with in part 1
had gone to part 2.
So we are in part 2 now.
Wait, so you were originally with some people in part 1, and they went to part 2.
They've completed. By the time I was in part 2, they were gone.
So maybe. Omo call part 2 no. I will call part 1 no. Now you're meeting a whole new batch.
Yes, batch.
Oh.
It also helped in a way because when I was in part 1, I met people in part 2. I got repeated, met a whole set again, and then in part 2, a whole set came to part 1. So 4 groups. So
but the part 1s that you quote unquote repeated with, that you had to join, did they make you feel as when you what be
law school yanka say obi amboy obi anybody. It's just that writing, right type then you might fail your exams. So they all knew that.
So they didn't look at you like class mame.
They liked me.
Yeah.
And I was okay with them. They didn't even know I was repeated. I was doing everything with them. Writing notes afresh. I had new books. I wanted to start all over. And then I joined their group discussion.
You didn't feel like you were too big to be amongst them?
Uncle Bianca still
at Debiana and for 4 row.
No.
Emma break you cry.
It was for more than 3 months before some of them got to know.
Now you guys, so now this group has transitioned to part 2, and there's a new part 1s.
Yes.
Okay. So the part 2 was also going to be for how many years?
It's a year.
A year. On the day of the release, more results now. A train time on penny the results in the when did you buy your gown and your wig and your collarette and all those things?
I know I was a good Christian, but it was law school that I got to know that I have to be a better Christian.
Why does everybody say that?
A lot. I knew I was praying, but this time it was double the.
You are not the first person. I think almost every lawyer I've had an encounter with always tells me how law school shapes their Christianity. Law school, in a way,
it's just mercy. You can write and then you fail. So mercy will just speak for you.
What is so special about law that makes, I don't get my question wrong.
Okay.
We are supposed to know that God lives and believe in him, to those of us that are Christians. But must it take law school for you to believe in God, or for your Christian life to be more enhanced?
So as I say,
and is that not a trick to God that any law school and country me is that not a bit trickish?
So be a very spiritual person. Before law school, I knew I was praying, doing all that I needed to do. But when I entered law school, I was doing it times 2.
Me quote unquote Pim. Ufeli part 1 Tina, and I went to me and pass it straight to part 2 Tina.
The moment I entered, I started praying, because you will hear people. We met people that were also repeated, and they were telling us things. Somebody has been there for 7 years.
Na be mumbui.
No.
Ede uncle.
Because Opa pass it.
Wow.
This is YFM.
I am not encouraging giving up. This, you see, when I asked Nabemumbui, you recall the answer she just, gave me. It tells that in life, you don't have to quit.
No.
The only time you quit is when you are dead.
Yes.
And even that one, let your ghost show people shaggy. I told a friend that me, even after my death, I'll be a rebel, because once a hard girl, always a hard girl. No matter how, when a 90 cry, still, I'll not be that frail. I'll still traumatize you guys. And so the point is that you do not have to give up. After 1 or 2, 3, 4 tries, just keep trying. But those people encourage you. I'm fairly how to make you feel one time failure.
Oh, I said, I have more chance.
That is just by the way. At what point did you buy your collarette and your wig and your bibs and all those things?
I was doing the Alpha Hours, the NSPP. I'm a Catholic, so I was doing my rosary.
Your novenas.
And I was going to Overcomers Royal Ministry to also pray.
And then I
decided that right after my exams, the part 2 exams, we were supposed to do internship at court.
Okay.
So me and then some friends, we decided to buy the wig and then the gown and then use it as a point of contact.
Jesus, yeah. I'm sure you've enjoyed Hallelujah Challenge.
Oh yeah,
all of them.
Everything.
Prayers.
Yes, I was there.
Even
by myself, you be see me praying. Give me a point of contact, just hanging there. I'll see and then I'll be praying.
Let me ask this for the non-Christians. It's
oh no, there were other people, Muslims. They have their association that they do pray. They even pray more than we do, 5 times a day.
What about those who are no Muslims?
We I don't know.
Non-going Christians.
Yes, but I think they were doing something on their own, which I wasn't interested in. I didn't
want to partake. So you bought your gown and everything, with hopes that at all costs this year I'm being called to the bar. How did that go?
Okay, so we were waiting for the results, and then my friend Linda Quartin Esquire,
I think she's on the Facebook Live.
Linda.
Yes, I spotted someone like that, but
okay. She checked my results. So we were checking. Then she said it was 4 courses. He said, Adele, the first one, oh, you made it, yay. The second one, you made it, yay. The third one, oh, I can't find your index number. Then you know there's something wrong. So I just said, okay, let's keep going. And then the fourth one,
the part 2 was just 4 courses.
Then you have 4th one. So we were waiting for
the third
one.
Which course was that?
Number. I think it was advocacy.
Okay.
Which was something that I thought it was easy.
And then
course. Yes.
Yes, you know the easy cry. Yes. You stand before a judge.
I was doubting. I said, okay, let's go for remarking, because that's one I doubt.
I know yes, some court who judge and then now I say so, right?
They give you a case, then you are supposed to present.
The judge was not impressed with your presentation?
He was. That day.
What happened?
So you do the oral, the moots, and then you do the written.
Okay.
So maybe it was the written that
affected you in a way.
Maybe.
So what happened?
So we went for remarking, but the remarking did not come. The school asked us to rewrite the supplementary a week after applying. So we wrote, and I passed.
Now, at that point, did it make you doubt the supremacy of God?
No.
Of all the Jesus here, point of contact, seed sowing, fasting.
So there's this song. It says, Seni doswa. So that was my song. I realized maybe.
And I'm man boy, no man, I'm born God, no. Auntie Esther, I'm
So I realized it wasn't God's time for me. And his time is always perfect.
Absolutely.
So I just had to wait.
Were you going to pay for the new exit supplementary paper?
So we went for remarking. And then normally the remarking comes before you write the supplementary, but this time they changed the rules. After applying, I think a week after, they said we should also register for supplementary. So we registered again and then went to write. So I didn't wait for the remarking again.
So you didn't even follow up on that?
YFM.
So how were you going to wait to know the new results for the new exam that you had sat for? And in between that time, what were you doing?
I was working. And the truth is, I wasn't bothered. I knew the majority time in the law school I've been able to overcome. Waiting for just one paper that I'm okay with. I have control over. Writing it again wasn't something that should bother me. So after writing it, I remember that time we were having a funeral in Kumewu, Berma Asumedu Sechi's funeral. I was there. Then I came back to write.
Now, it means that your friends were also going to get called to the bar.
Yes.
So this is the second batch that you were supposed to have
be with them.
But how did the second time also make you feel?
The second time I was okay.
Did you go to Accra to support them?
No, that time I had funeral. Our family had funeral, so I was supposed.
But you saw the videos.
I was supposed
of them taking their oath, mentioning their
most
names.
Of them, I call them my grandchildren. So they were sending me pictures, grandma, and I was posting them.
Why do you call them your grandchildren?
I was named after an old woman, so mostly they call me grandma.
Interesting. So now you saw the videos, the pictures. These could have been me thoughts didn't flop in your mind, fill your mind.
This time, no. I was happy for. I knew
you were one paper away from being called to the bar.
Somebody is repeating part 2, and I have just a paper to write.
What if?
And then I was within the years that I set for myself. I wanted to be a lawyer by 2025. So I was within my time range.
At what age were you going to be called as a lawyer? Now what are they saying? Say, obey a lawyer. Now what are they saying? At what age?
By 35, I should be.
That was the setup. And what if, man propose? Your plans, your guns, everything. Yes, you do have control over the paper, but anka eba ena and so far. How would you have taken? Did you have any shock absorbers ready with the what ifs?
So for me, I had midwifery. I was working and I was earning. So waiting for a while wasn't an issue for me. And then I had my friends and family closer to me who were always encouraging me
that you can do it.
Yes.
Finally, it comes out that you had fast. Paint a picture for me where you were, how you received the news, what you did.
And so right after work, was it on Friday? I came home from work. As usual, I was lying in bed with my puppy.
Oh, you have a dog?
Yeah, Tia.
And it was Brewnsano.
She's a spoiled girl.
And some what breakdowns are what I should interview your dog. She has all your feelings. That dog can tell me everything that we don't know. Interesting.
So we were there. I was there with her. And then I saw that they've posted something on our page.
Which is the class page.
Yes. So I went to check and they said the results is C. And then I just placed the phone back and went back to bed. So after 5 minutes, I saw Linda calling again.
The Linda Quating?
Yes.
Who is now a lawyer?
Yes.
Okay. Who checked your results for you?
She's been checking all the time.
And then Linda, what do you want to do? And we had a fairy
I would never check my results.
And she never got tired of checking?
No.
So what if, did she patch straight up? Like all the straight up?
We were the same shoe going along. So we were each other's keeper.
So when she checks and she didn't pass, she'll let you know.
Yeah.
And then she'll now come and check yours and you didn't pass and she'll tell
me. Yes.
But this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Through the
love
changing
I got
scenes
through law school.
You were blessed.
Yes.
So now Linda calls. Now she's eating your.
And then she said, Adele. And I'm saying, dear Bassa. Congratulations.
So now she had become she was called to bar at the main
we were
call.
both called
at the
same time.
So she also didn't get the advocacy or something like that.
One, yeah.
Okay. And then now she's calling to now come and scare you.
No. She just wanted to put me in suspense.
No, make it. She's coming to scare you. Say, I don't know. No, cause or can I?
And I was ready. I knew we will pass. So she just said, "Congratulations to us." And I said, "Oh, nyamia ya dear." So I just started thanking God. And I called my sister, and then my friend, and I called my mom to tell her I passed.
And you went to look for your gown now? And I know
it was in the bag with my
Solohan apparel. And that's a good one. Yeah, true. Interesting. Hello to Baden. He says happy birthday in advance to me. Happy birthday in advance to you. Nelly Bannerman says my number one in charge. I'm so proud of you. Your sister says Tia Baby. Who is Tia Baby?
My puppy.
Watcha Brante says you're looking good. Hey, Masa.
Thank you. He's a friend.
I understand. Now it's time for you to prepare for the call to bar.
Yes.
After all these years, the heartbreaks, the good times, the bad times, the venting to Tia Baby, the sickness, through all the changing scenes of life, what you envisioned as a young girl was finally coming to
pass.
The day before the call to bar, my dear, did you sleep?
So let me tell you this. I was in my hotel room with my friend Marian, and the whole night I couldn't sleep. I had my wig hanged.
Me and Kamenwe. Now, I'm sorry, no be a fan me ending. Come the best crowd.
It was ironed before I went to Accra, but I ironed it again.
No. Now we share that. Many God bless them.
I couldn't sleep. I just started thanking God and then posting memes that I've saved.
Kaish.
Oh God. And I'm that person that celebrates my little wins.
Right.
I can cook yam and then celebrate. So I was like, if I'm able to cook yam, post about it, be happy about it. Then what happens if I become a lawyer? You people are dead.
Them dead.
The whole of
them
me.
Dead.
You are dead.
It was really an exciting. Now, time and I know photo shoot,
Okay, so this is what I did. Do it before the call. But my birthday was in February. And I said, I can't do a photo shoot for just the birthday because the plan was to use my call pictures for the next birthday. So on 23rd February, I called Nana B. And then I did my call shoots.
Make us say now resource in my
Naba.
Anaba. I'm on who says I was pass
the call dates
and then buy.
So I did my call shoots about 2-3 months before the call.
Can you imagine? So in your photo gallery, you were a lawyer. But
I told him not to give.
No. I'm saying in your photo gallery, you were a lawyer.
Yes.
You were. And that walk to the Accra International Conference Center, how was it for you? From the car park, probably on the stairs, into the hall, in your wig, in your gown. I hope you were not late too.
Yeah, I was scared that I'll be late because I was coming from Islegon to the International Conference Center. And I was scared there'll be traffic and I'll be delayed. So I was just driving. Since then, I started learning sign language. New midwives come, I allow them to teach me.
Someone will ask why I asked that question. On the day of the oath taking and everything, what was your motivation that you've had a very beautiful past, some beautiful memories in your other career, and this one at all costs, after all the things that you've been through, trying to be in distress? So be make 1.2 billion panos so untia. Na lawyer soon to mean mami. Madame now so da wonna. These are two demanding careers. What's the future for you like? And how prepared are you for the future? That beautiful future.
So I am hoping that the senior that I'll be working under the chambers will help guide and then shape me with law, because law is something new. Absolutely. A whole new environment.
A whole new
to me. With midwifery, I think I'm in my managerial position where I manage my genius.
Oh, you're a teenager.
Yeah. And so I'm just praying that God will strengthen my senior. And I must tell you, I'm working with a Dominion Chambers now, doing my pupillage there. And I pray my senior get the strength, the knowledge, and then the patience to teach me how to become a good lawyer.
If there is any young lady listening to you who find herself in a field that she didn't want to do, but it was pushed down her throat because of family, because of finances, because of, there are some people that there's the desire to please others more than themselves. So they find themselves doing things ordinarily in Kwenye, but said away a begina to society but one dream be a person pushy. What do we have to tell these young persons listening to us tonight?
Okay, you can do you anytime, any day.
You're not late.
Yes, you just have to start. Where there's a will, there's a way. Just push yourself, be your own cheerleader, and then start. I know other people come cheer you up.
Adele, thank you. Mami Nyarko is watching. I say watching my grandma live.
Yeah.
Bridget, your sister, she will be trouble, pa. I say DJ na podcast. You make us. You guys don't know DJ na podcast. This is Tana Menene Kasayan.
This is YFM.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's been beautiful speaking to Adele. Adelheid. Mami Nyarko London, DB Bracy, who is now the first midwife and the first midwife to be a lawyer. And as we conclude, like she said, I'm reiterating, it's never too late. All right. Recently, I chanced on Juliet Ibrahim, Ghana, a female actress, Juliet Ibrahim. She posted her graduation photos, and she said that after having kids, after having her movie career, after having all those ambassadorial deals, traveling the world, she felt she deserves to give herself the gift of a degree. It was late. Juliet should be above 30 years. She is.
She's almost 40.
Yes, almost 40. But you see, age is just a number. Ubi and Drew and Uwe. Inti baby, what Drew now? What's yaseno? One you can achieve everything. A degree after 40 is still a degree.